and it's their intrinsic
nature. This food basically robs.
Sound feasible, sound like star, and then now you see them working at Walmart. Now you see them, working at Burger King and stuff like that. It's like, damn. And it lets you know that you made the right decisions in life. But at the same time, you still want to help those cats, to do something better with their life. And I tell a lot of people, even though you might not be down with it, it may not seem like a step back, or you might not understand why. You should further your education, because that at least gives you a chance. It gives you a shot at getting a career, a really high paying job, at least if you have that degree. A lot of people tell you, it was people who got degrees who don't have a job or who not doing so well. Well, at least they got a shot with that degree. It might be a case of you moving, going to another place to where that, where your degree is needed, and you might just got to relocate, and boom, you got a way better job. That's happening a lot. And there's a lot of people moving out of the country too, as well, with these engineering degrees and stuff like that, getting excellent, really high paying jobs, overseas. But I know having that degree in this society, not just in America, but abroad as well, is important if you want to really be successful in, the way our civilization is set up. Everywhere. So I tell a lot of people, hey, the government is going to give you the money. Yeah, you're going to be in debt, but at least you'll have the opportunity to get the degree that you need to become successful later on. And I know that's like, being a part of the system and, going through all that process in school is like a waste of time to some people, but I'm keeping it 100% real with you. That's your best shot. It's at least having that degree. So yeah, there's many ways that you can give back. There's many things that you can do. My whole thing, as long as you're trying to help somebody, if somebody come to you that need help and you can help them, help them out. But as far as these athletes and celebrities who leave the hood and make millions, not coming back and not really giving back, or doing something huge economically to benefit the black community as a whole or largely. Again, you got to remember, most of these dudes, as I always say, is sellouts. They're selling you out. The music is destroying the community. They playing a part of it. A lot of them are told not to do anything to give back to the black community. If you want to help black people, go to Africa. Athletes are told, in those meetings about finances, don't start giving money to these people, to your own family sometimes. They're going to be leeches. You work hard for your money and you grind it and you made it. They got to do the same thing. People change when you give them money. They're going to change. It's a lot of talk that these athletes and these entertainers hear and go through as far as not giving back. I'm talking about on a large scale, because again, you can have these major celebrities, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Oprah, P. Diddy, Kanye, Master P, Baby, Jermaine Dupri. I'm talking about ones with crazy money. They could come together. They could create a foundation that's basically going to help the economic situation in the black community. They could do that easy. And, they choose not to because they are a part of the problem. They are in a situation where they're not willing to jeopardize what they have to help you. So you got to figure your own way out. People got to stop acting like babies and just stop acting like the victim so much and fight back. Do something that's going to really help you. As I said, no president is going to determine your success. It's just that simple. It hasn't determined mine and many other people. You got to do that on your own. Go out there. You know what's out there. You know what you need to do. Do it. If you don't know what you need to do, then research it and figure it out. Then go do it. We can't keep sitting back and blaming, everything else. It's too much now. It's too many loopholes now. It's too many ways to get out of this stuff now. Versus 1960s, 70s, or what have you. That now with the understanding that this shit is rigged. Because now a lot of black people got caught up thinking that, this ain't fair. They can't do this to me. So I'm going to be all right here. Or, well, they're not going to do this, or they're not prejudiced, they're not racist, they're not going to do anything to hold me back from getting this promotion, or, nothing is not going to happen so I don't get this money for this house, or what have you. Now that you got this understanding that, yeah, shit is rigged and I need to act accordingly, then you need to act accordingly. You need to really start looking at life on that level and teaching your kids that, hey, there's some good people out there, but not everybody is good. So you got to work extra hard. It may not be fair. It's just the way it is. And there's some people out there who are taking steps to try to fix things and try to make things better for us. But in the meantime, we need to prepare and act like it's nobody helping us out and we're on our own. And we need to do whatever we need to do to become successful and to better our future and our children's future. Okay, so last thing, bottom line. Should you move out of the black community? Yes, you should. And here's why. Well, you already know why. Everything we just went through in this video is why. You're not supposed to really be there in the first place. It's a place that is designed to keep you down and to hold you back. It's just that simple. You can sit here and say, well, you need to just educate the people. How much preaching do we got to do? How long do we have to talk to grown-ass men and women and tell them what's wrong when they already know what's wrong? They know what they're doing is wrong. There's only but so much you can say to a person to wake them up. People know what the hell they're doing. They know what they're doing is wrong. They know it's holding them back. You only hurt yourself when you procrastinate. It's just that simple. So if you understand and you know you're not doing what you're supposed to do to get ahead in life, then don't complain. How are you going to complain and start blaming shit when it's you? Look in the mirror. This is the problem. People don't want to accept responsibility for their life. So they want to turn to religion and turn to the devil and say it's Satan or it's demons, holding me back. Understand it's a system in place to keep you back, but there's ways around that system and you got to act accordingly in order to be successful. That's the thing. So since you live in a place where people don't want to understand this, where people don't want to do what's necessary to get ahead, you need to get away from these people and separate yourself from any kind of negativity that's going to hold you back. It's the only way you're going to be successful. It's just that simple. You need to understand about negative energy. This is why I did the whole video on energy. Whether you believe it or not, negative energy breeds negative results. It's just that simple. If you surround yourself in negativity, it's going to always be negative. Notice when you get around positive people, things get better. Why do rich people always seem to win in Vegas? I don't know if you go to Vegas like that many people, but it seems like when you go there, the rich people win. Rich people who got money, who don't need it, win because it's the energy they put out to where they know I could put this money out. It's no worry. I'm not stressing about hitting this number. I'm not stressing about losing this game. So they're putting out this energy and it translates into wins, whether you believe it or not. It's a mindset. You put stuff out to the universe. It comes back to you. This is the truth. I'm trying to tell you, whether you believe in it or not. So if you're going to surround yourself with negativity, if you're going to surround yourself with the odds, the chance of being shot in the head walking down the street, how do you expect to get ahead? Now, of course, I understand. Not everybody can just up and leave the hood. Not everybody can just, go. Not everybody has the means to even step foot on the road to success. It's, a lot of forests and mountains and things you got to climb to even get to the road to success. But it's a road, it exists. So you have to act accordingly. You got to put together a plan. When people used to say this shit to me, I used to be like, man, shut up. When people used to say, write down your goals, I remember younger, every time we stay here in school, I was like, come on, well, that shit don't work. I bullshit you not. Write down your goals. Stick to them. That's real talk. If you write down what you want to do, if you actually sit down and come up with a plan and everything you need to accomplish to get to this plan. I'm talking about be realistic. Save your money. Be realistic. Sacrifice. What's going to stop you? Only you. Only you. It's not impossible. If you can write it down, it's a possibility. Write it down. Complete the steps. Do what you need to do. Get there. Then can't nobody say shit. You could be a success story. You could be talking to people telling them, hey, I made it. And It's so many success stories out there that's not being heard of African Americans who are successful, who live in those neighborhoods I talked about, who made it. You can call them sellouts if you want. They made it. They understood what's going on, and that, things are stacked against them. So when the odds are stacked against you, you got to come out, swinging hard. And that's what we got to do. We got to wake up. I mean, let's keep it real. Hip hop ain't going nowhere. The whole hip hop culture is going to stay. It's destroying the black community. But you got people who's successful who still listen to hip hop, who still understand the culture, but they didn't let the culture influence them in a negative way to where it's determining their reality. But in the black community, you got so many people who's driven by this negative culture, and they letting it affect their life and their actions, their behavior. So the difference is you. It's just that simple. Either you're going to continue to do what you're doing that is holding you back, not allowing you to be successful, or you're going to stop bullshitting. Stop making excuses. You're going to write down your goals, and you're going to act accordingly. You're going to take the steps. You're going to do what you need to do to get to that point. And no laws are going to be passed to help you out. Nobody's going to give you a handout. You need to think like that and just do what you need to do, because, so many people have been in that position to where it seemed like, listen, I'm going to tell you straight up, keeping it real. I don't know how the hell I got here sometimes. Sometimes I think back at some of the problems I was facing growing up, even after the Navy, just things that I ran into where I was like, how the hell did I get out of that? How did I make it through that? Problems, issues, but I just made a plan. Okay, well, this is what I need to do. I'm not asking nobody for no money. I'm not doing this. I'm not going back. I'm not hustling. I'm going to have to work here. I'm going to have to work here. And I got to do what I got to do. And boom, success. It happens. I'm not super rich, but I'm good. I don't have to really worry about too much. And it's tough for people to believe that they can do this as well when you are already in a position that seems so, hopeless. And this is why a lot of people turn to the lottery and why they turn to Jesus Christ, hoping for a miracle, because they think that it's only a miracle is going to take them out of the situation that they're in. Hitting the lottery is going to take them out of the situation that they are in. So I know it seems like impossible to some people, but you got to have that hope. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to put out that positive energy and put it out there and just know you're going to get it back. You're going to do it. You're going to accomplish it. Make the steps realistic. Write down your goals, make them realistic, and stick to them. And, that's your best bet. Now, if you complete these steps and you live in a black community that's okay, it's not as bad as other places, and it makes sense for you to stay there because most of your friends and family is there, then stay. Then you don't have to leave that community. It's still a black community. It's not as bad as some other places. You can stay there. It might be a little bit cheaper. It might be better for you. Stay there. Help it out. Do what you can, because those communities that's not so bad, they only need a couple more things to be put in place to make them, better, or to stay good, and that requires people just helping out the community more and coming together more. And you don't have to necessarily abandon those black neighborhoods. Just do what you can to help them out. It's some of them that just can't be saved. The ones that I'm talking about, the ones that's just done. The mindset of the people in there is just gone. And, it's full of niggas doing nigga shit. And it's like, what the hell? I can't get through to these people because me trying to talk sense to them is corny. They whole mindset of it is, man, get that shit out of here. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. It's corny. It's like, that's where they mind at. That's the way they perceiving the information you putting out. So, man, you can go, if I just walk into a crowd of dudes on the corner sitting there and I just say, yo, what y'all doing is wrong, bro. What's going on? Y'all need to really look at what's going on with the cops killing everybody and everything like that. Y'all need to stop, put down the guns, put down the drugs, go to school, do something better with your life. What do you think gonna happen? Maybe, they might be feeling that, but some people they're gonna say to you exactly how they feel. Either get the fuck out of here or I gotta do what I gotta do. Matter of fact, what you got in your pockets? I mean, it's not funny, but I'm serious. I mean, we've talked so much. We've tried. So many people have come out and tried to help the black community and try to do what they can talking, preaching, just stating the facts. It has not helped. People know right from wrong. And all you can do is give them information to say, hey, I'm successful by doing this and I made it out the hood. You can do the same thing. And either they take that advice and do good, or they're going to continue doing what they're doing. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you and your family, especially if you got kids. You need to raise your kids in a better environment. Your kids need to be around people who are successful. They need to see that black people can be successful. You ain't got to move out to no white suburb or what have you. You can move to a black suburb because they do exist. You can move to wherever. It don't matter. Like, just move somewhere where your kids can grow up and see success, where they don't have to grow up and see black people destroying themselves and each other. That's my main thing. Think about your kids. Think about their mindset and their future, their education. So on that note, I say, yeah, definitely the black neighborhood. Some of them can be saved. Some absolutely cannot be saved. Some people can be saved. Some people absolutely cannot be saved. They don't want to be saved. They don't want to listen. And no matter what you say to them or try to, instill in them, they set in their ways and they believe what they believe because they have a mindset that's driven by the culture. So all you can do is, wish them luck and hopefully they wake up. Sometimes it takes people going through traumatic experiences to wake up. I seen some females who was like out there in the streets, females who I grew up with, who I knew was whores and hoes, and they end up having kids. And then the kids basically change their life. They get their shit together. They end up getting a good job. And I see them doing good later because they didn't have kids. Everything changes once you have kids. It's like you can't be selfish too much anymore. You have to really take care of this life. And it forces people to really grow up when they have kids. And for those people who want good stuff for their kids, they don't want to rely on the system of welfare. I mean, some people just want to say, you know what? I want my daughter to see me doing good, so I got to do good. And they finish school or they get a really good job, and they do good. And then there's some people who say, well, damn, because I got these kids and, deadbeat dad ain't paying child support, I got to be on welfare. And that's the excuse that some people stick with. Oh, well, I can't do nothing because I got these kids. It's really up to people to decide the direction they need to go in life. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to accomplish. If you think that, okay, me working this job, this 9 to 5 is going to benefit me in the future, then, you're going to have a horrible future. As I said before, your goal should be to work, do what you got to do, but to eventually open your own company or at least have a job or a position where you can make enough money to live comfortably and you can take care of your family. You're not going to find that in a neighborhood full of people who don't give a damn about nothing about themselves. Neighborhood where, people are killing each other and it's horrible. You're not going to find it there. You can talk all the cool, coon, tough Tony, whatever talk you want to talk. You can act like the black community is the greatest thing in the world. Not all black communities messed up. Some of them, as I said, it's good. But I'm talking about the ghetto, the hood. You know what I'm talking about. You can act like it's the best place. It's fun and stuff like that. But we know it's not. We know what goes on there. We know it's not what we want for ourselves and our children. And you should definitely, if you have a family, if you want better for your life, better for yourself, a successful future, you should definitely do what you can to get out of there. And yeah, if you can give back, help out, or what have you. But to me, addressing this whole topic, to me, it's a no-brainer that you don't want to be there. You shouldn't be there. And the whole place was set up for you to fail. So why would you stay in there? Why would you repair a cage? Because that's what's going on. If they put you in a cage and it's breaking down and it's getting brittle and it's, it's in disrepair. And why try to repair that thing? Why try to fix it? It's a cage. Get out of it. So now I want to thank you guys for, taking the time to watch. And Yeah, this is the topic that, I've been asked about this plenty of times, and I always give the same answer because, I know where I come from. I know where I've been. If I go back to my neighborhood where I grew up right now, it's the same. It's a mess. The house I grew up in, it's all ran down. Some of the houses next door is gone. Still niggas out there hustling. I don't know most of the people now, new people out there. The stores that was there, a lot of them gone. It looks horrible, ran down. And, that's what happens in a lot of cases. The people, when you do become successful and you leave and you do come back, you don't recognize the people that's there. A lot of people moved out. Some people got killed. Some people it's locked up, and you don't really know the people that's there now. And it's like, well, I don't really want to give my money to these people. That's how some people legitimately feel. It's not necessarily that they don't want to give back. It's that they don't know how, or they don't know exactly what to do. And as I said, the problem is bigger than just throwing money at the black community. It's psychological, and it's stuff that we really need to really pay attention to. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.